stay on track of your goals. It's a daily cup of motivation. A supportive group of women who wants to see you succeed in your business. And we'll support you every step of the way. Right in the morning. Just put your mind to it. Coffee with Nikkie. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo. Wake up in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm yawning, brainstorming when my mind is forming. Time to tune to this morning show early in the morning. Listen to Coffee with Nikkie. Oh yes, she's busy. If you need help, tune on the channel right with me. Strong, independent women make it sound easy. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo.
Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing on this amazing, gloomy, cloudy, gray day? How are you guys doing? My eyebrows are still thin and chola-in, but we're gonna work this thing out. We're gonna work it out, y'all. So I have some fragrance oils here because there was some news that shook the world up yesterday. So if you are a candle maker, you may have been affected by the closing of 1617. And so we're going to discuss that today. We're going to talk about some things. We're going to talk about what's going on. We're going to talk about what the streets are saying. We're going to talk about what the candle makers are saying. We're going to be talking about what everybody is saying. And we're also going to be talking about, different things. So with that being said, y'all, welcome everybody to Coffee with Nikkie. I am your host, Miss Nikkie. This is your daily cup of information and inspiration. I'm also known as the Dean of Bubble Babes University. So welcome everybody to Coffee with Nikkie. I'm excited for today. I'm excited for today because I'm excited every day I'm here, right? But I'm excited for today because there's a lot of things going on in the business world, and as entrepreneurs, we're looking at big businesses who we deem to be successful starting to close their doors, and we're starting to see, is a wave of that going on right now. And for 1617, this one was really weird and really strange, right? Because they kind of closed their doors without even really giving a heads up, and then it just shut itself up off the whole entire internet. So to me and my conspiracy theorist mind, there are only a few reasons you would self off the internet, or you will scrub your business off of like being ever existing. There are a few reasons to me, like you could be on the run. IRS could be after you. Feds could be after you. Something like that, right? So those are my reasons. There could be a whole bunch of other things, but I'm saying, to me, when you do something like that, it's a little suspicious. I'm wondering what would really be up. Like, I want everybody to take this time, go to 1617 website and tell me if you could pull it up. There's no information there. None. But let's get into who's in this room. Let's get into who's in the room. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, cousin. Cousin is first in the building, and y'all know who she is. She is the best moderator on what? Earth. The best moderator on earth is in the building, and she's first in the building. Good morning, Miss Betty Rose. Miss Betty Rose is second. She said, good morning, Miss Latrice. Good morning, everyone. I am blessed and highly favored. Yes, and yes. Good morning. Good morning, Ursula. Welcome back, girl. We missed you. Good morning. Good morning, Big Meech. Big Meech is in the building. She said, good morning, everyone. Melissa's in the building. She said, good morning, everyone. I am blessed. Yes, and yes. Good morning, Jasmine. Jasmine says, happy Tuesday. Today will be a blessed day. Yes, and yes. Everybody, soon as you walk in the room, come on, Jazz. Soon as you walk in the room, please hit the thumbs up. Please hit the like. Hit the like. If you have not yet hit it now, please and thank you. Please and thank you. Thank you, cousin, for always keeping me on track. Because she called me like, where you at, cousin? It's like, I'm coming. I'm on my way. I was trying to fix my thin eyebrows. Let's see. Shocked actually. Okay. Good morning, Sherelle. Good morning, good morning, good morning. She said, good morning, beautiful ladies here listening and working. Hey, what? Why they closed, girl? We don't know. But we're gonna get into some things today. We're gonna find out. Well, we're not gonna find out because we don't know why, because there's no explanation for this. Okay, there's no explanation for this. So I'm piecing it together, some bits and pieces that I'm getting from places and people, and either we're gonna know something later or we won't. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. No idea. Good morning, Yolanda. Yolanda says, good morning, family. I'm truly blessed. Yes, yes, and yes. Good morning, sis. Good morning, Chantel. She is in the building this morning without warning, but they did send an email. They sent an email. These are the emails that they sent. Well, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. I thought that too. Hit the button, please. Hit the like button, please, and thank you. Yes, yes, and yes. Good morning, Melody. How are you doing this amazing morning? Good morning. She said, good morning, everyone. Just the email link. Okay. Good morning, Trina. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Everybody said on earth. Yes, the best moderator on earth is in the building. Maybe they got sued, and that's along the lines that I'm thinking. Okay. Melissa says when they started having massive sales in January, I got a link that they were going to close. It's definitely a legal reason. Did you get a link that they were going to close their doors totally? Or did you get an email saying that they were going to possibly move, or that they were going to just close for a little while until they fulfill their orders? Like, did you get a whole like specific email that said that they're going to be closing their doors before yesterday? Let me see. When I saw the post and went to the site, I got immediate vibes of the scene and Meet the Browns when the execs was making a run for it. Hello. That's what I said. I said, seemed like on the run to me. Seemed like on the run to me. What did I walk in on? Conspiracy theory, you know it. Well, according to the Candle Makers World, 1617 has shut their doors down for good. And so, without real warning, without giving their customers a chance to find other suppliers, without actually, there's people, and I was looking at reviews and looking at what people are saying. They have placed orders like large amounts of product and spent a lot of money, and they're not getting any response. They initially sent emails, then nobody responded to the emails, then they called. Now they're calling, the phone is disconnected. It's giving on the run. It's giving on the run. Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. She said, good morning, everyone. Good morning, December. December, my sister. She said, good morning, sis. Not a link. Not a link in England. Not a link in England. Oh, like a suspicion. Okay. Okay. Dang, that's messed up. Okay. Okay. So not a link, not an England, like a suspicion. Got you. We were talking about this in the BCMC cohort. Then Monday 16-17 closes. Okay. So I have some things. First, we're gonna do some housekeeping things and we're gonna come back, right? Because to me, people don't operate like this. Not people. People do operate like this. Businesses don't operate like this. To me, this is shady. To me, this is inconsiderate. This is, you built up a company for this long and you are inconsiderate and you don't even consider your customers. Like, where would they source these materials from, or giving them suggestions or where they can go or whatever. You don't give your customers a heads up, especially people who built. And I'm gonna come a little spicy because I have a thing. I do not like stuff like this, right? But you have customers that have built their brand based on your products, based on your fragrances, and you're not going to direct them in another direction so that they can continue on with their business. You're just going to take your little shady business practices and you're going to, shift it on to them. And now they're stuck. Like, what am I going to do? So now people are scrambling, trying to find vessels, trying to find this number wax that they have or whatever. I don't know if it's exclusive wax. I don't know if it's a proprietary blend. I don't know, right? I don't know if their fragrances are just theirs. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on exactly. I have never been a customer of 1617. Nope, never been a customer of 1617. So it didn't affect me, but I do see that it's affecting a lot of candle makers in this industry, especially those who have the luxury brands, and they are depending on those, vessels, fragrances, waxes, all of that stuff, and you just leave your customers high and dry, and you just out and you just bounce. I have a problem with that. I find that to be suspicious. I find that to be shady. I find that to be like, what, we've been riding with you all this time, and all of a sudden you just let us down like this. Now, could be different things, right? Things could be different. Like, maybe somebody's sick, maybe somebody passed away, maybe somebody that, and we were talking about this in our BCMC group, maybe it's mental illness or whatever. But when something like that happens and it affects, maybe a sickness or something like that affects the company, somebody is going to come out and say, due to blah blah blah, we may not be able to fulfill orders, or we may be refunding money, or we will be, we're on standby to assist you any way that we can. Orders are still being fulfilled, whatever the language is going to be for that, right? But for me, for you to seriously shut down the whole entire thing, and immediately like that, like you didn't even leave the website up long enough so people can come back to see that you got the going away message, that you decided to close your doors forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to me, it's giving on the run. To me, it's giving shady business practices. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it, and I'm right in my lane, because this is what I usually when I used to have my own like personal YouTube, I used to do this kind of thing. This is like my lane. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about this. I would do a deeper dive into this, but being that it was so quick, I don't really have a lot of information. So my information may not be accurate, and I'm not gonna even say none of this information is alleged, because it's not alleged. It's a fact that we see all the doors are closed. It's a fact that they shut down all social media. It's a fact that people are not getting their orders. So those things are facts, and anything else that I'm adding on to this is my opinion and is market research. So this is what we got today. Right? Nikki's gonna be a little spicy, but I got my notes. I'm gonna be looking through my notes, and I'm gonna give y'all this information. Let me see what I'm missing. Dang, that's messed up, ain't it, Trina? I think it's disrespectful. Wow, that's crazy. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, there is major legal and shady stuff there. Hello. Oh, who we talking about? We talking about 1617. The tea is hot. Yes, it is. It was very abrupt. Hey, legal mind, how are you? I read in another candle group, they sold their proprietary wax blend. Not sure how true that is. So all of this is allegedly. Come on, alleged. Why are people mad though? Why ride with them? Listen, they can't even come back at this point. At this point, you let your customers down to the point where they are out, right? You let your customers down to this point where they don't have, now they sitting up here scrambling in the streets trying to find something that is comparable to what they got from you, and now they don't have, you know what I'm saying? Like, now they got to figure out their stuff. You messing up other people's businesses, and you don't give a clear concern. I have a problem with that. It's definitely shady. Yep, scolds and how you know it, girl. People shouldn't be buying from one supplier. You need backups and multiples of them. Absolutely facts. None of those things would bring a total ghosting. Period. If this doesn't teach people a hard lesson, let me tell you something. The only thing that I could see, and this is what I said earlier, the only reason why somebody would scrub themselves off the internet or scrub their business from being able to be found or get information. Because I was like, you know what? Let me just do a whole little kind of case study. Let me see when they started. Let me do it. You can't find it. Now, if I had enough time to look hard enough, I'd definitely be able to find it, because I'd be doing the deep rabbit holes. I'd be digging deep in the rabbit holes. But got mob ties. Feds is after you. IRS is coming after you. You owe the wrong people money. Death threats. Why else would you scrub your business off the face of the earth? Why else would you leave your customers hanging? These people who have been rocking with you for years, why would you leave your customers hanging without even giving them an alternative? Now, again, these are my thoughts and my opinions. Maybe later on we're going to hear something different. Maybe later on we're going to get some clarity. Maybe somebody's going to make an announcement. Maybe somebody's going to say something. But they're not obligated to tell us anything, right? So I hear that the owner, I already said her name, Vanessa, is off of LinkedIn, right? So if you're off of link, you took that off too. We don't know, like you're not obligated to say anything at this point because you could be anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So would we get something? I don't know. Should we get something? I mean, that would be only right, right? Let me see. Let me see. Good morning, Jenna. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. She said, good morning, Trap. Good morning, Tracy. She said, good morning, ladies. Good morning, Melody. They had enough notice to tell people. I have an email in my inbox dated from them from 1:15. And what did that email say, Miss Melody? The shade from Maple Street. Girl, you know I put them in here. I put them in here. This is the time to maximize on your opportunity. Maximize on your opportunity. The shade from Maple Streets in the comments on Facebook. OMG, I was rolling, but they were speaking the truth. The brand of number seven, formerly known as Soy Bliss, is sold by other suppliers. The brand is by Cal Wax. Northwood Candle Supply sells it. So if you use number seven, there you go. There you go. I can't take Maple Street seriously either. I can't take Maple Street seriously either, though, with his rude self. Okay, Maple Street wasn't being rude; they're speaking the truth. I'm with Maple Street. He's rude and unprofessional in general, though. Maple Street speaks facts. People can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. Right. We know how much work it takes to test. Right. Right. We know how much work it takes to test. I agree, Nikki. Leaving their customers high and dry makes it impossible to come back because the trust is gone, period. Period. People are mad for what? If you build your business based on one supplier, the blame is you. There you go. You can speak facts and not be rude while doing it. You can. You can, but some people may come off a little bit spicy. I may become, I know I come off a lot spicy, and some people, I am an acquired taste. Everybody is not going to be rocking with me because everybody don't like the way I speak. Sometimes maybe I sound a little too harsh. Maybe I do need a cushion. Maybe I do, but you gonna get me raw, uncut. Period. This is gonna be me all the time. You know what I'm saying? And so it may come off to some people to seem that way. It may come off to some people that way. Nikki Scooby doing again. If this is big news, be on the lookout. Forbes and all those financial people will have a story and soon. Agreed, but Maple Street is speaking facts on the 1617 thing. Facts, Patricia. I learned early on to have somewhere else to go. Definitely investigating. You know me, investigating is in my blood. No. Yeah, Betty Rose. Let me see. I need to see what Maple Street is saying. You can't build your brands off one supplier. I learned this in the very beginning before I launched, which is it's a harsh lesson, but it's a valuable lesson. It's a valuable lesson. People are mad because they spent their money and didn't get their order because the company disappeared on them with no warning. Yep. Okay, this is an IRS issue. My thoughts. Shit, I said that a long time ago. I had to threaten them with a lawsuit if they didn't refund me my money, but people don't listen. People still need the IFRA information for the fragrance oil they bought. The site should have stayed up with that information at least, Tia, at least. They also scrubbed my they also scrubbed my 1-star review from their site. They were promoting something. Oh, in the email that you got. Okay, got you, Melody. Good morning, sis. Good morning, Jules. She said, good morning, y'all. I got an email on January 9th that they were moving to an upgraded space. They were only closing the boutique. So that's the email that was sent out on the 9th. So they scrubbed their reviews and they've been doing it for a long time, right? Dang, so it was real abrupt. If they were just promoting something, yep, just promoting it. The phone, The website was working yesterday. It was closed by the evening. It was closed definitely for sure this morning. For sure this morning. Um, Good morning, Laura. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Nikki ain't sugarcoating anything at all, ever. At all, ever. So I know I'm an acquired taste. And I know everybody can't deal with what I got. You know what I'm saying? And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. My light keeps turning on and off. Tia, I think everyone got that email, but they just disappeared. Come on, light. Come back. All right. So yeah. It's insanity. So let's go to the board. No, I'm just joking. Um, let's see what I have here. So I want to share this with you guys because I done came in spicy and totally forgot what my whole little thing was. Um, I sent out a survey to you guys. Please fill out the survey. It is a business questionnaire. I need to know where you are in your business. What things have you accomplished? What things do you need to get? So I can better serve you. I can better give you information that you need so that you can have a successful business. That's one. I'm going to speak fast because I really want to get into this 1617 stuff. Next, I'm having a class tomorrow. Only the people that are in Honor Society will be able to access this class. This class is an AI character workshop so that you guys will be able to create your own characters for your content or whatever you want to create your characters and stuff like that for. What else? Oh, some people got the nerve to talk about in my comments yesterday. I was reading about the AI characters that I was creating, and they got the nerve to say, "Oh, another AI artist." Listen, if you don't like it, you don't. How am I taking money out of your mouth? I'm not doing what you're doing. So I'm not in no art gallery talking about this is some art that I created, right? This is me generating my whatever I get with my prompts. This is me generating my own little characters to do my own little thing. Mind your business, and on this side of the town, I'm gonna mind mine, right? So yeah, like what? AI, here goes another AI artist and da da da. Listen. What I create, what I use to create my content and to what I want to use it for is my business. If you don't like it, you are free to draw, paint, scratch, sketch, dribble, scribble, whatever you want to do on your own and whatever medium you want to use. You have that right to do whatever it is that you want to do. So I'm just saying. So yeah, so we have that class tomorrow night at 7 p.m. So make sure that you register for Zoom. The information is in the Honor Society. As soon as you go there, the information is there. So click the link and make sure you register for the class. So y'all could thank Jasmine for that because Jasmine kept saying, Nikki, when's the class? Nikki, when's the class? And I was just gonna do a few tutorials on YouTube. So I am going to offer a free class to you guys. Let me see what else. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the free talks tomorrow. I'll bring that up tomorrow. So let's get back into the 1617. Let's get back into that. Let me see if I missed anything before I get started, because you know, is when once I get started, it's hard. No, stop. Once you get started, it's hard to make. What is it? It's in my head. It's playing in my head. It's playing in my head. Let me see. People will always have something to say. Yep. You speak just like my mom, used to it. It's not harsh, it's tough love. Thank you, Laura. It might be a Bronx thing, but you know, thank you, Laura. Um, it will be a while before there is clear information, but it definitely smells like an IRS thing. Yep. And it will get ugly before it totally goes away. Please, everyone, take lessons and be careful. Yep. We're gonna find them, Nikki. Yep, lots of lessons from 1617. Like, stop thinking you're luxury because you buy luxury items that honestly, air quotes, that honestly just have fancy packaging, and they repackaged everything because according to what I read in what is it? I was about to say maple syrup. Maple Street, they're just dolled up fragrances and they mediocre. From what I hear, I don't use 1617. I don't know the quality of their fragrance oil, so I can't tell you anything. So let me see. Thank you for my shirt, Michi. Love it. I'm glad you guys got your shirts. Yes. Those characters are cute, by the way. Thank you so much. Thank you. And it's like who am I taking money from? By me creating characters for what I want to do. Who am I taking money from? Nobody. I'm doing what I'm doing on my side of the world, and you doing what you're doing on your side of the world. Whose money am I taking? I'm not taking your money. With that being said, okay, so we're going to talk about it. So, according to yesterday, everything was just an uproar, right? Some people got emails that stated that they are going to move. They're moving their location, right? And then some people, well, not some people, because I think this was the following email, that they were closing their doors because they needed to fulfill the orders from the weeks of successful sales that they had, and so they were going to be closing their doors to fulfill the orders, right? I don't know how long after. I don't know if it was a couple of hours. I don't know if it was a couple of days, but I do know after that, I checked this morning, and now the website is completely closed with no messaging, with no information to tell their customers what's going on. The doors are closed. You cannot go to the website. You cannot go to any social media because all of the social media is gone. If you were just going out of business, naturally going out of business, you would just scrub your social media. You would just scrub your website off of the face of the earth. You would just scrub all of your information that is on the internet off. Seems a little fishy, right? We were talking about that, right? So the last message that they had on the website was, effective today, we have made the very difficult decision to close our doors for good. We would like to thank you all for shopping with 1617 over the last several years. But yet, you cannot be considerate enough to help your customers who have shopped with them all these years, you didn't find it, to be considerate and help them to find a solution, help them to find alternatives. You left them sitting there high and dry. Who does that? Who does that? Yep, you can find the oils from other suppliers. 1617 renamed them and put in fancy bottles. Then these naive people fall for it. Yep. I didn't use their fragrance oils. I only used the vessels. Got you. So true, Patricia. Those vessels can be found on AliExpress. There you go. And if you needed a dupe, oh wait, Melissa, I think you ordered from them, I might be mistaken, but we had some fragrances that we reviewed off of Black Candle Makers Club, BCMC, All Up in Your Wax. We were sent some fragrance oils from a company, and they do custom blends. So if you have your 1617 fragrance and you would like to get it custom blend, somebody, if Chantel, Treese, Jules, Melissa, if one of y'all are in here, let me know if this was the company. Aromatic Fragrances International. Aromatic Fragrances International will do a dupe of the fragrance. You have to send them the oil and they will do a dupe for you. I got to get used to these eyebrows. I seriously do. Yes, AFI. Okay. I wanted to know if you would be able to dupe. So Melissa says, how much do you have to give them? Send them, Melissa, an ounce of the fragrance oil. But if you're in trouble or on the run, the last thing you are doing is helping your customers figure out their next move. Well, that's if you're on the run. But if you're not on the run and this is a business move, then you're gonna make sure that your customers are okay, because you don't know if you're coming back in this game. What she did was like, uh-uh, what am I doing? She's on the run. She on the run. She is on the run. What about him? Yes, 1 ounce of fragrance oil. Stop being loyal. No, stay loyal, but make sure that you explore your options. You gotta have options. Make sure you have options. So, take 1 ounce of fragrance oil and you can get it. So if you have your 1617 fragrances and you want to dupe it, and Melissa said that the cost is not that much for them to dupe it, and you get, I think she said 10 pounds of the fragrance oil. And yeah, and at least that way you'll know that you'll have it for some time, right? So if there's something you need an option because that's a fragrance oil and it could be a bestseller, or you don't know where else you can find it. You've tried everybody else and it wasn't as strong or it wasn't the same. Go on, and they not paying me because they need to cut the check though. But go on over to AFI Aromatic Fragrances International and they can do custom blends for you, and all you need is an ounce. So there you go. There you go. There you go. Everybody got it? Let me know if y'all got it. Let me know if you got it. You can send them a finished product too, but I can't remember how they need how I can't remember how much they need. Okay. People are mad because they expected respect with this closing. They sure did. And they was flat out disrespectful. Flat out disrespectful. There's no fee to dupe. Look at this. Here you go. Here you go. This is why you get information from all the people that you know, because other people that you know that maybe you may be talking to have information that you didn't know, right? And here we go. Melissa said there's no fee to dupe, just pay for the fragrance oil. Yes. Okay, so the minimum order quantity is 10 pounds. Patricia said no loyalty. She said, F them people. F them suppliers. All right. So word on the street is that they're not taking calls. Word on the street is that the phone is disconnected. Word on the street is that they're not responding to emails. Word on the street is that people were calling and they were asking things and they were offering solutions. Like somebody said that they paid for next day shipping. And they didn't do it. A week later, they were like, well, where's the order? And it was a large order. And they was like, well, where's the order? And they was like, well, we could offer you $20 off the shipping, but still no word on when they were going to get the product. You go offer me $20 and not a refund on this over $1,200 order that I just spent with you guys. Something is a little weird in the water. Something is a little weird in the water. I go with who gives me the best profit margins, period. Period. This can happen to any of our suppliers. We have to stay ready. That's the lesson. That's the lesson. That's the lesson. So candle makers, I just told you guys if there was a fragrance oil, how you can get it duped. Also, I don't know anything about the waxes, the number waxes. Can somebody tell me? Because again, y'all know I'm not a candle maker. I can make candles. I do make candles. I do make wax melts, but I'm not a candle maker, right? So, are there waxes proprietary blends? Somebody let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Are there waxes proprietary blends? AFI just needs an ounce, whether liquid or finished product. Okay, there you go, y'all. There you go. AFI. And I think Jules said go to, is it AFI? AFIUSA.com, but I think that was closed and Jules gave another website. I think it was called Nodes. Is it Nodes? KNOWDES.com. Let me check. Let me check real fast so I could give y'all some accurate information. Oh, no, this is it. Okay. So I'm going to put the information in here. So if you got stuck, or even if you just need a dupe of anything, And Melissa said the quality is really good. Patricia, is the quality good? From AFI? AFI? Yes, AFI. I thought they were expensive and didn't offer much, so I never purchased from them. Okay. $1,200, I would be on the plane knocking on the door. Hello. And I would not be leaving unless I have $1,200 or I have $1,200 worth of merchandise. That's who I am. They didn't offer ish, overpriced, overhyped. Their fragrance oil smell like old lady to me. Northwood carries them. So there you go. You got another option. Northwood, is it Northwood Fragrances? I've never heard of Northwood, but I will look for them. Northwood Fragrance. Let's see. Northwood and Candle Supply. So you don't have to feel too left out. Well, left in the cold. Let me see if this will go. Is that it? Northwood is good too. Hive and Honey is about to carry them. Nope, made by cow wax. Oh, okay. So the wax is made by cow wax. Cow wax. And Maple Street also said that they're probably, I heard through the grapevine that they're going to be duplicating their fragrance oils. This is allegedly, I don't want anybody trying to come for me. So Maple Street says that if you send them some fragrance oil, they could dupe it. Listen, I'm just giving the news the way it was given to me. Giving the news the way it was given to me. You have to test from AFI. The first dupe may not be the best. I usually have to send it back 2 to 3 times. Okay. There you go. You got great information in here. So what reasons? I know I gave my reasons, and my reasons are not business reasons. I gave on the run reasons, right? But what reasons would you think that a company would just abruptly go out of business? Well, let's say just go out of business, not just abruptly, because that's not what normal people in business would do, right? It's not a normal thing. We're not going to act like this is how people close their doors. You may get a message that's saying we're closing our doors, and you may get a week's notice. You're going to get some time, right? But it's not like what we've witnessed yesterday. So what would be some reasons that you think that a business would close their doors? What are some reasons you think a business would be closing their doors? Something fishy's going on for sure. For sure. What else? What else? They shut me down. Just kidding. The internet went out, y'all. So I'm back. Looks like I'm back. Let me see. What's done in the dark will come to the light. And I said perhaps it won't, because how would we know? Her company, I don't know how major it would be for it to be news. Right? I don't know how major it would be for it to be news, and I don't know how we would get it, because how else would we get it? Maybe her employees, maybe people who had dealings with her, maybe people who know her may say something, but we may not know anything about this. There's plenty of businesses that close, or people who do shady stuff, and they just go and they're on the run, and we don't know anything about them. Plenty of people hiding their money on offshore accounts and offshore accounts. I watch a lot of TV. They made bad financial decisions and had to close abruptly to make even more bad decisions. Okay. Some people are acting like wives that just found out their husband cheating. Though that's how this whole 1617 is playing out. Listen, listen, what's done in the dark will come to the light, not making a profit. That could be if it's legal or IRS, they knew something was coming down the pike for sure, right? Because it don't just well, it could, but there's some information. If it's legal or IRS, they knew something was coming and started to prepare. With the abrupt closing, it sounds like an indictment has come through. Come on, Patricia, what are your thoughts? Did she freeze or it's just me? No, my internet went out. I think they tried to shut me down. What happened to the live? The girl speaking the truth or ripping people off and got caught. She froze. Yep. So what I have on my notes is it could be the finances, right? It could have been that they were not prepared for this. They maybe have high operational costs, maybe who knows? Maybe bankruptcy, maybe bankruptcy. They didn't know how to manage their cash effectively. It could have been due to the marketplace. It could have been due to the market being saturated with a bunch of different candle suppliers, which I don't think so, because you established yourself in the game as the expensive, as the luxury, as the, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want luxury, this is where you come, right? And so you've established yourself in that corner. So maybe you didn't pivot to make it more effective to match what's going on with customer spending. Or, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you didn't do that. And maybe you are not able to maintain your overhead. Maybe you weren't able to maintain what was going on. Could possibly have been customs, could have possibly been shipping. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you get large quantities and heavy quantities from overseas here, the customs is expensive. It could be that it could be, when we were going through the panorama, like people say, when we were going through that, a lot of stuff was stuck at sea, a lot of stuff was stuck at ports and people couldn't get it. That could be a reason. I did see somewhere that somebody said that they were going to start using US suppliers. I may have seen that they were going to start using US suppliers, so maybe it was an overseas thing. Who knows? But that could also be a thing. Mismanaging money. Let me see what else. What else? Shortages. I doubt it was the shortages, because they would have said something, right? They would have said, okay, we're no longer carrying A, B, and C because we don't have access to it. We can no longer get it. This being discontinued, that kind of information. But this is what professional people would do in the sense that something like that would come up, right? They would do that. But you didn't get that. You didn't get that courtesy from 1617. They didn't give us that. And so my reasons, it says possible. I have another one that says possible miscalculations. They didn't strategize correctly. Maybe it could be the team. It could be they didn't hire the right people. It could be a number of things, right? Failing to read the market accurately. Like, it could be a number of things, right? But ultimately, to me, in my opinion, it is definitely shady business practices. Shady business practices. And it may, let's not even say it's business practices. It may be a personal thing, and everything had to shut down. This may have been a cover for something. This could have been laundered, this could have been a way to be laundering money. I don't know, but what I am saying is that this is a little bit shady, right? This could have been a cover. 1617 could have been a cover. The whole goal may have not been to be a successful candle supplier or a vendor. The goal may have been just to successfully clean money. Now, that could be me in my conspiracy theory mind and my espionage movies and all those type of things. Could be that, right? It could not be that, but it can. Just saying. Even bankruptcy allows for liquidation. Okay. Good morning, Chris Marie. She said it's crazy, but I haven't purchased from them for a while now. But I was tempted to just drive by the location. It's out the way of my neighborhood. I still may drive. Yes, drive by so you can give us the info, Chris Marie. Drive by so you can give us the information. All those are logical, but it doesn't explain total disappearance Sounds like they went underground. Does. Like you said, mob ties. Something that just make you say, I just saw an IG post that the feds are cracking down on PP loan fraud. Just saying. Okay, look, y'all. Look, y'all. I'm not saying, but I'm saying. I'm just saying it's shady. I'm not saying, but I'm saying this is just shady. Anybody else agree with me? I know y'all do. Mobs still exist. It's gonna be around forever, girl. Organized crime. It's gonna be around forever. They may not be putting cement blocks on your feet and send you to the bottom of the ocean. But something is happening. Something is happening. I don't know. I don't know. So let me see what else I have in my notes because I got sidetracked a lot. Let me see. So this is swimming with the fishes, right? So this is one of the reasons why Patricia's always saying it's important for you to pivot. This is important. This is a reason why it's important for you to read the market and for you to make adjustments and not stay so stuck on one particular thing. Like if you were stuck on this particular vendor, then you may be asked out right now because you're unable and you're scrambling to find those things that you got from this one particular vendor, right? So those people who build their brand on this particular company may now be scrambling. That's why it is important for you to pivot. That's why it's important for you to have options. That is why it's important for you. Like when I do my business, a lot of the times I make sure that things that I need to really run my business as far as making products and stuff like that are things that I can access at a store that I can go to that I don't necessarily have to purchase from a vendor, right? I have to make sure that I can go out into the streets and get it. If they don't have a specific kind of oil that I can get in the street from a health food store or Walmart or grocery store, supermarket, if they don't have items in there, I will tweak my recipe so that I can use those following items. Because if there should be a reason why they discontinue something or the prices go insanely up, I have other options. I like to give myself options in business. Why? Because if you put all your eggs in one basket, now look, you doomed. Now you got all the eggs on the ground and you can't even cook them. You can't do anything with them eggs that dropped on the floor from your basket. Not a thing. You can't scramble them. You can't boil them. The only thing you could do is look at them or pick up them eggshells and put it in your garden so that you can nourish your soil. That's the only thing you can do with those eggs that's on the ground. You can't do anything with them. So you got to give yourself options. You got to give yourself options. Everybody put options in the chat. That should be the lesson of the day. Options. Give yourself options. Nah, no indictment. Y'all be watching too much TV. I know I do because all my situation, I'm like, So I know I do. Well, I don't watch too much TV. I just be listening, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So you got to make sure that you have options. Options. You need to adapt and you need to be able to you need to make sure that you're paying attention. If things are starting to shift, then you need to start shifting with it or you're going to be left behind. And you see that in the case of Kodak. You see that in the case of Redbox, Blockbuster, or what is it? Redbox, right? Blockbuster, all of those companies who failed to pivot, they got left behind. Right. And so you got to be able to look at it. And when you see the changes happening, change with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you got to just quickly change all of it. You may be changing some things a little at a time, but you got to be able to be flexible enough to adapt to the changes, right? And the challenges. You may want to also give yourself some kind of a cushion because there are going to be slow times when you're selling. There's going to be great times. You're going to have your peaks and valleys of selling, right? And so, when those times are real low and slow, you want to make sure that you have some kind of cushion or some kind of way that you're going to be able to sustain, right? Something that you're going to be able to sustain through this drought, through this particular slow time, through this particular season. You want to make sure that you have something so that you are able to still push on and move through, right? Also, what else? You want to make sure this is very important, very, very, very important that you are properly Properly. Do I need to say it one more time? Properly pricing your products. Properly pricing your products. Not what you think somebody want to spend, not what you think somebody is going to be able to afford. Properly pricing your product so that you know that you are making a profit off of what you made, and that you are not just funding a project that's a hobby that you're giving to somebody, because a lot of you guys are pricing your stuff and you're not pricing accurately, and you're losing, or you're not even breaking even, right? You're losing because it's costing you money to make that thing, and you're not recouping that money back at all. So you want to make sure and stop trying to make your price look affordable. If it's not affordable, if it costs you $18, you can't sell it $20. And I'm not saying anything you make should be $18. Well, I mean, depending on what you're making, right? But if it costs you $18, you cannot sell that thing for $20. You cannot sell that thing for $20. You cannot sell that thing for $20. Right? The goal in business is to make money. Of course, you want your thing to be out there, but the goal is to make money. You want to sell products and make a profit. You don't want to sell products and just have them things going out the door and you make no money. So you don't recoup your time. You don't recoup your supplies. You don't recoup none of the stuff that you use in order to get those things done. Your internet, your bills, your overhead. You're not recouping none of that because you're not incorporating that in your price. That's not what we do in 2024. That's not what we're doing ever. But you want to make sure that you're properly pricing your products. Yes? Yes, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Properly pricing your products. And also, if your cost of goods are going up, guess what's got to go up too? Guess what's got to go up too? If you're paying more for something, guess what's got to change? People aren't pricing their products properly. Nope. They're looking at it and saying, oh, it looked like it should be $20. It's going to be $20. Oh, they're selling theirs for $6.99. I'm going to sell mine for $6.99. No, you need to get you some software. You need to get the math together with yourself maybe and do your calculations. Right? But when the cost of goods are going up, then what happens? What do you have to do as an entrepreneur? If the cost of goods are going up, what do you need to do? What do we need to do? One thing that really gets under my skin, I got a lot of things that get under my skin, but one of the things that get under my skin is if somebody asks me, do you think this should be $20? And I don't know why 20 is stuck with me, but we going to use it, right? Do you think that $20 is a good price for this? I don't know. Do you think $20 is a good price for that? How much did you spend making it? How much time did you spend creating it? How do I know if $20 is a good price for that thing? I don't know. I hate when people ask me that. Don't ask me, do I think it's a good price? How much did it cost you? How much do you want to make from it? How much are you marking this thing up? Are you doing it by multiples or are you doing it by percentages? Do you know how much it costs for you to make this thing? Like, you can't ask me what I think is a good price on this thing. Right? I can't even tell you if it's fair because I don't know what the work was that was put into it. I don't know where you purchase your supplies from. I don't know what your overhead is. I don't know if you had to pay, if it came through customs and now you got to tack that on. I don't know if you paid, for basic shipping or if it was free. I don't know. I don't know what your pricing is. How can I tell you if it looks like that's a good price? One thing that really grinds my gears. There's really one thing that really bugs me. It really is. It really is. Yes, you have to increase your price. Yep, that is a pet peeve of mine too, right? Let me tell you something. Increase your price. The price, that's right. And the price is the price. And Sean will tell y'all. That's why I stopped answering those questions on everything on every industry. That's why I stopped answering those questions on every industry. Got you. If they do the math, they would know if it's worth $20 or $40. You have to do the math. You cannot just, it looks like, everybody else is selling this for, and if you look now, okay, so I'm going to come back to this, right? So you looking at everybody be like, well, their candle is $20. This person's candle is $20. This person's candle is $20. But You make your own vessels. You are custom blending your own fragrances. You are pouring at wherever you have a shop and you have overhead. You have all of this other stuff to consider. You can't look at somebody's regular candle and say, oh, $20 is the going price for this kind of candle. Not after all that handcrafted stuff you done did, right? After all of that you just did, you gonna value yourself at $20? No, the work is not the same. So the math is not going to be the same. Of course, you're going to be a pricier option because the work that was put into your product is different than somebody just pouring something in a glass. Somebody just taking a fragrance oil and just pouring it into their wax. There is a difference, especially if you concocted your own wax blend, and this blend is the best blend for you because it burns best, it gives the best throw, and it doesn't shrink and it doesn't frost and you created that and nobody else has that, and you still pricing it like everybody else. Why would you price your stuff at the same price as everybody else if everybody else don't do the same kind of work you do? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. If nobody else is doing the work you do and you know that you put a lot of time and effort into this thing, then why would you price your thing at the same price as somebody else's who put in less work? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So you need to accurately price your products. You need to calculate your time. You need to calculate how long it took you to make something, especially if you made your vessels, especially if you making the product, especially if you do something like dessert candles or whatever, and it takes you some time to create. Accurately price yourself and accurately calculate your time. Why? Because this all has to go into your product. You have to properly price your product, and you cannot do that if you're shortchanging yourself. Stop shortchanging yourself. Stop shortchanging yourself. Stop shortchanging yourself. Calculate how much the materials you used cost, any fees, and the amount of time it took you. Make sure to pay yourself. Don't short yourself, period. And when the prices go up, again, you guys put it in there. When the prices go up for your cost of goods, you have to increase your pricing because things have changed. And if you have to if you gave yourself enough cushion, then you may not have to change your prices, right? If you gave yourself enough cushion initially when you started calculating how much your product was going to be, right? But then when you see that you have to start increasing, then there's communication that needs to happen, right? You need to let your customers know, yes, the cost of whatever, and you don't necessarily have to say that, but you can say our raw materials have increased, and so we tried to keep the cost as low as we could without putting the cost on you, but we can no longer take that, whatever. And so now we're going to have to increase our prices. Your customers will understand. You know why they will understand? Because it's going up for you, it's going up for everybody. Everybody can feel it in when they're going food shopping. You go food shopping now, you are automatically spending $100 and you have like 2 bags in your hand. You have nothing in your hand. The price of everything is going up. So they will understand when the price of your product goes up. They will understand if you have to do an increase. Right? Stop thinking, oh, they're not going to be my customer anymore if I have to do a price increase. Well, would you rather a customer or no lights? Would you rather a customer and nowhere to live? Would you rather a customer and no business? Would you rather a customer and no phone? Would you rather a customer and you know what I'm saying? Like, what would you rather? So I'm not going to price myself so I can make you feel comfortable and better. I'm going to price my stuff accordingly because I need to make sure that everything else is covered. I need to make sure that I'm taking care of all angles of this, right? The purpose of us running a business. The purpose of us running a business is to get a profit, to turn a profit. Yes? Yes, yes, and yes. Let me know if y'all with me. I know I'm always a little bit spicy, but let me know if y'all with me. Let me know if you're with me. Because they are crazy. I used to be scared to charge too much. Yep. But that fear been left. My price is my price. I'm not selling items to make any money, to not make any money. Sorry, not sorry. Period. Period. I always have a cushion. So let me know if y'all rocking with me today. I know I was a little spicy. I know we had a lot to talk about. We I had a lot to talk about because, it was my opinion. But I knew that this shook up the candle world. I knew that everybody was talking about it. It was just something I was like, you know what? I got to talk about this on the show because you there's lessons to be learned from this. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Make sure that you have some backup. Make sure you give yourself some financial cushion. Make sure that you are properly pricing your products, and make sure that when you're calculating your cost of goods, and make sure that you're accurately doing all of those things. And when you see that business is changing, then you learn how to adapt. You learn how to be flexible. These are the lessons that we can learn from what we got from 1617 debacle. Because we're going to call it a debacle, honey. It ain't a situation, it's a debacle. Okay? I still worry about pricing. You should not. You should not. You should accurately. I use a tool called Price-O-Matic from Lucky Break Consulting, and all you have to do is input all of your raw materials, and whenever you need to change it, you can, or you could use Inventora, and we have a discount code with them. I think it's BBU20, and you'll be able to save 20% off of your membership. It'll be for a month, or it'll be for the whole entire year subscription. However you want to do it, you're going to save 20%. So Inventora or Price-O-Matic. I had already paid for Price-O-Matic before I had Inventora. So I had that for years, like a long time. Right. It's been through, I think, 3 versions already. Because initially, when times change, when technology changes, there's things that's going to be, available to you that wasn't available to you before. And so it made it easier. So, yeah. So it keeps track of my inventory. It helps you with your pricing. It helps you if you want to put recipes, you can print them out. You can say where you got your stuff. It's like all of that. It's like a crafty, what is it? Crafty Base or something like that. I don't use that one either, but however you keep track of your inventory and however you price your items, use that thing. Stop looking at it and saying, oh, I have it, and you don't use it. Use it and calculate your stuff accurately. Melissa said, I use Inventora. That's right. That's right. And they also have it where you can do invoices from Inventora. Like they really stepping it up. They stepping it up. So yeah. Those are the things that we learned for today. Is there anything that you guys are going to take away from today? Let me know in the chat. Anything that you're taking away from today, let me know in the chat. I think I said everything. Make sure to, if you check your emails, because emails were sent out, I need you guys to fill out that survey. Next thing, and also it's on the Facebook group. I need you guys to fill out the survey on the Facebook group. Also, if you are part of the Honor Society and you want to take the AI class, make sure that you register, because if you don't register, there's not going to be, a link that says, hey, come on in the class. You're going to get the information that goes out. Get your seat, get registered. Sorry, get your seat. Yeah, do that too. Get registered. Any lessons that you got from today? Any lessons that you got from today? Let me know in the chat. Let me see if there's anything else I need to update you with. Oh, and we're going to talk about it. I said we're going to talk about it tomorrow, but we did say we were going to have like these after-hour conversations, and I'm going to do it once a week. I don't remember the day we said. I know we said we would do it at 7 o'clock, but I don't remember if we said Friday or if we said a different day of the week. So we'll talk about it tomorrow, where we can be free to have conversations about whatever, because it's hard to have conversations with people who are not. Well, this is this is not that kind of conversation. It's not business conversations. It's just general conversations where you can just fellowship and just be free and let loose. And I can talk about all the conspiracy theories in the world that I want. All right, y'all. So thank you. While I'm waiting for you guys to answer, thank you so very much for watching Coffee with Nikki. Thank you so much. We are at 23K. Am I at 23? Yes, I'm at 23K, on the road to 100K. So if you're watching and you got this far, please subscribe. Also, turn on your notifications bell so you can be notified when we go live. We go live Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Coffee with Nikki, your daily cup of information and inspiration. You can also join our community, which is Bubble Babes, BABEZ University, not a U. I mean, not a U, not a S. BubbleBabesUniversity.com. Click community, and it is free for you to set up an account. There's information there that you can get. You can still have access to the community for free. But if you would like to go a little deeper, you can join the Honor Society, and that is where it is a paid membership, and that's where you can actually take the AI class and stuff like that. So yes, that's it. That's all, y'all. Always have backups. Yes. Have multiple vendors on file and learn how to pivot. Yes, yes, and yes. So, you guys, y'all have an amazing day. I'm going to see what I'm going to do about these eyebrows because, sis, I mean, I filled them in. But they're still a little weird. And they look weird to me on this camera. So, with that being said, y'all have an amazing day. I will flood your stories because that's what I'll do. Your timeline, your stories, all that information. Make sure you check your emails because emails have been sent out. And if you are on our Facebook, follow us on all social media too. Bubble Babes University everywhere. If you are on Facebook, I put the survey in Facebook, so please make sure that you go and fill that out. So, with that being said, y'all have an amazing day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.